Most children won't say, "I'm struggling." Instead, they show it in small signs that parents often miss. Today, Dr. Leo will reveal 7 signs that your child may be dealing with hidden emotional struggles and how you can step in before it gets worse. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Parenting Made Simple with Dr. Leo. Each week, I share professional techniques and child psychology insights to help you raise resilient, confident, and emotionally healthy kids. Now, let's start with the very first sign. Sign 1. Sudden mood swings. The first sign you might notice is sudden mood swings. One moment, your child is laughing and playing, and the very next, they're frustrated, angry, or even in tears. Now, every child has emotions, that's normal. But when the ups and downs feel like a roller coaster, it can be a clue that something deeper is going on. Think of it like this. Emotions are a child's language when words fail them. Adults can say, "I had a stressful day at work," but children, they don't always have the vocabulary to explain what they feel. Instead, they show it through sudden bursts of emotion. Let me give you an example. A parent once told me about her son who would come home from school cheerful, but within minutes, he'd slam the door to his room and refuse to talk. She thought he was just being difficult, but after a few conversations, it turned out he was being teased at school. His mood swings were not about home. They were a reflection of the emotional weight he carried from the classroom. As parents, the key is not to panic or label them as moody. Instead, observe the patterns. Do the mood swings happen after school, before bedtime, around certain people? These clues can help you understand the root cause. And here's a simple technique. When your child suddenly shifts mood, resist the urge to lecture or immediately correct them. Instead, calmly say something like, "I can see you're upset. Do you want to tell me about it, or would you like some space first?" This gives them permission to feel while showing that you're there when they're ready. Over time, this builds trust. Your child learns that emotions aren't bad, they're signals. And when they know you're willing to listen to those signals without judgment, they feel safe opening up. And safety is the foundation of confidence. Sign 2, withdrawal from friends or family. The second sign is withdrawal. Children are naturally curious, playful, and social, even the shy ones. So, when a child suddenly pulls away from friends, avoids family time, or prefers isolation, it can be a red flag. I once worked with a girl who used to love drawing with her cousins every weekend. Then, one day, she started spending all her time in her room. Her parents thought she's just becoming independent. But what was really happening? She was being bullied at school and she felt safer alone than risking rejection from others. Withdrawal is the child's way of protecting themselves. It's like a turtle pulling into its shell. The problem is, if this goes unnoticed, the child may begin to believe they're better off alone. So what can you do? Don't force them into social situations. That can make it worse. Instead, gently invite them. "I'd love to spend some time with you. Want to join me for a walk?" Small, pressure-free moments remind them they are valued and loved. Over time, this helps rebuild trust in relationships. Sign 3, changes in sleep or appetite. The third sign is subtle but very common. Changes in sleep or appetite. Emotional struggles often show up in the body. Your child may suddenly have trouble falling asleep, wake up with nightmares, or even lose interest in food. Parents sometimes dismiss this as a phase or think their child is just being picky, but here's the truth. When children are overwhelmed emotionally, their nervous system reacts, and it often disturbs the most basic rhythms: eating and sleeping. For example, I knew a boy who suddenly stopped eating his favorite breakfast cereal. He said it made him feel sick. After a few gentle talks, it turned out he was anxious about going to school, and mornings became stressful. The food wasn't the problem, anxiety was. So, what should you do? Instead of saying, "You have to eat," try asking, "Is something making mornings hard for you?" Or if sleep is an issue, create a calming bedtime routine. Soft lights, a story, gentle music. These small adjustments can make your child feel safe again, which is often the first step in emotional healing. Sign 4. Constant irritability. The fourth sign is constant irritability. Every child gets cranky sometimes. That's normal. But if it feels like every small request leads to an argument, or if they seem on edge all the time, it could mean something is bubbling under the surface. Think of it this way. Irritability is often the mask for sadness or anxiety. Children don't always say, "I'm worried," or "I'm sad." Instead, they snap, they argue, or they roll their eyes. I remember one young boy who would explode whenever his mom asked him to clean his room. At first, it looked like defiance, but after digging deeper, we learned he felt invisible at school, and cleaning his room was just the last straw in a day where he felt he had no control. The tip here is, don't just focus on the behavior, focus on the feeling behind it. Instead of reacting with, "Stop being so rude," try, "You seem upset. Is something bothering you today?" This helps your child feel understood rather than punished for expressing emotions. Sign 5. Drop in school performance. The fifth sign is a noticeable drop in school performance. Maybe your child, who once loved learning, suddenly loses interest. Homework takes forever. Grades slip. Teachers start reporting issues. This doesn't always mean laziness. Often, it's a sign of emotional overload. Stress, anxiety, or sadness can make it hard for the brain to focus. Imagine trying to read a book while your mind is racing with worries. That's what many kids experience. I once worked with a student who went from top grades to failing within a few months. His parents thought he had simply stopped trying. In reality, he was struggling with his parents' divorce and couldn't concentrate. Here's what to do. Talk to teachers with an open mind. Ask if they've noticed patterns at home. Replace pressure with support. I see you're finding homework tough lately. Do you want me to sit with you for a while? This shows you're a partner in their journey, not just an evaluator of results. Sign 6. Physical complaints without clear cause. The sixth sign is one many parents overlook. Unexplained physical complaints. Stomach aches, headaches, or body pains with no medical cause often have an emotional root. This is because the mind and body are deeply connected. When children feel anxious, their body produces stress hormones that can cause very real discomfort. To them, the pain is not imaginary, it's as real as any illness. For example, a girl I worked with had constant stomach aches before school. Her parents took her to multiple doctors, but nothing was found. Later, they discovered she was terrified of speaking in front of the class. Her body was carrying the weight of her emotions. What can you do? Validate their pain. Don't dismiss it. Say, I believe you feel this way. Sometimes our body feels stressed too. Can we talk about what's worrying you? This both comforts them and gently opens the door to conversation. Sign 7. Loss of interest in activities they once enjoyed. The seventh and final sign is a loss of interest in things they used to love. Maybe your child suddenly quits soccer, doesn't want to draw anymore, or avoids favorite hobbies. This can be heartbreaking for parents to see, and it's often a sign of deeper struggles like sadness, low self-esteem, or even early depression. One boy I counseled used to love building Legos. It was his happy place, but when his family moved to a new city, he stopped. He said, "What's the point? Nothing's fun anymore." That loss of joy was really a reflection of his struggle to adapt. If you see this, don't pressure them with, "You used to love this, why don't you do it anymore?" Instead, gently invite them back. "I remember how much you loved soccer. Want me to come kick the ball around with you?" Shared experiences can reignite interest and remind your child that joy can return. So, let's recap. The 7 signs your child may be struggling emotionally are: 1. Sudden mood swings. 2. Withdrawal from friends or family. 3. Changes in sleep or appetite. 4. Constant irritability. 5. Drop in school performance. 6. Physical complaints without clear cause. 7. Loss of interest in favorite activities. If you notice one or more of these in your child, don't panic. Remember, no child is perfect and no parent is expected to catch everything. The key is awareness. By observing patterns, offering gentle support, and being present, you're already taking the most important step. I'm Dr. Leo, and my mission is to help you raise emotionally strong, confident, and resilient kids. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with other parents who might need this. And remember, when we truly listen and understand our children, we give them the gift of strength that lasts a lifetime.